Hey, and welcome to another episode of Let's See This Thing Celsior sorted out. A couple of months ago, after realising the engine light wasn't going off, I had a scanner attached and found out that the knock sensors, one of the knock sensors are faulty. Yeah, cool. That's a great job. Because knock sensors, they're down there. So I've already started, disconnected and removed the top plenum section, and disconnected everything and basically ready. All I've got to do is remove these bolts. I've cracked them off. All I've got to do is remove these bolts and hopefully the intake manifold will come off. Why do I need to do all that? Well, let's have a look here. Down there. Down here. No, you can't see it properly. Down there, that is the knock sensor. There we go, there's one of them. And the other one's across the other side there. Apparently it is possible to get them out without removing the manifold, but if you have a look around, it's pretty grubby down there. To the point where last night I vacuumed in there, and well, does anyone need a garden? I got all the soil and all the mulch, and I can actually show you that gunge, for lack of a better word, all that rubbish I vacuumed out of there. Wasn't pretty, put it that way.
So this is what came out of, obviously the stuff in the middle is sawdust, that didn't come out of the valley, but all of this stuff, dirt, mulch, there's even a couple of snail shells. There's a bug there, don't know where that came from or how it's still alive, anyway. But all of this came out of the valley of that engine. How long it's been there, who knows. Obviously it's been there a while, but what I do know is I need to clean that valley.
So as I said, all I've got to do is remove like 10 bolts and that whole thing should come off. Now, when doing this kind of operation, you notice this masking tape here covering the intake ports. Well, if any, with all the rubbish, let's call it that, down in here, if any of that gets up and into there, that's going straight into the engine. You don't want that. So always make sure you somehow close off. This is just masking tape, but like duct tape or duct tape, two distinctly different tapes there. Something like that is a lot better to cover up the ports. And once I take the manifold off, I'm going to be doing that down on the side of the heads. I'll tape up all the ports down on the head, just so nothing foreign gets in there and I don't start burning dirt, because yeah, that's not good for pistons. And of course, the four most difficult points to get to are in the front and rear corners. The worst part about that is, well, in the middle, there's all bolts. They're easy, and you can get to them, you can pull them out. But in the corners, no, they're nuts. I'm not saying they're crazy. They are actually studs. And trying to get them out without dropping them down into the valley without a magnetic pickup tool is rather delicate work. This one's going to be fun. Because the camera's in the way and I can't actually get in there to see it. Well, get the back in there, that's going to be the fun part. Okay, let's see how we go. Looks good so far. Something's hanging on it down the back there. Oh, this is one of the bolts. Get it out. Just to make it easier. Oh wait, it's sitting on studs at the back. I've got to lift it up first. Therein lies the issue. All this stuff here is in the way. I'm going to have to move something here. Because none of that's moving out of the way and it won't lift off the studs. Back in a minute. So, you may already notice manifold's off. And sorry guys, you're going to miss that because it was a very tedious and awkward job. I still don't know how I managed to do it myself, but it was, this corner was getting caught down here somewhere. I still don't know on what or why, but it's off. Now I can get at these what do you call them? Knock sensors, that's them. But first, you can see it is very grubby down in there. So before I do anything, I need to do some cleaning. There's still some of the garden mulch left down in this corner here. It's all very grubby. It's good clean. Well, it's dark out now, so I have a light here in the engine bay. So I'm going to show you exactly what this alley looks like with that. And that's just not coloured, discoloured. There's actual clumps of mud and all sorts down there. That. And even down the back there. Look at this. Crud down there. Lord only knows how it got in there, but obviously it did. So there's more down there. Now to clean this out properly, look at this. There's a snail shell. There it is. Snail shell. I do know that this car was parked for a while. Well, the engine that this car was in was parked for a while. But that still doesn't explain what was it, parked on top of a tree and the tree just grew up over it. I don't know. Either way, it's a mess. And to do this properly, I probably should take this There's the starter motor. 1UZ. The starter motor's in the top of the engine. So if that dies, you're pulling the whole top of the engine apart just to change that. I really should pull that out, but I mean, there's one bolt there. The other bolt, let's see if we can see it. There it is there. They're not the easiest bolts in the world to get to, which means I'd have to pull this coolant bridge off. Not looking forward to doing that, so guess what? Starter motor stays. I just do my best, scrape it out, vac it out, get as much as I can out of there, and leave it at that. But I've made up these. They're just thin metal, sheet metal plates. I've also shoved some rags down the ports. That's just a thin sheet metal plate that I cut up the same shape as the manifolds, minus these pieces here on the actual manifold. All these little voids are covered, which begs the question: how did all that crud get in there? But it did. So I need to clean all that out. I don't want to get any in the ports. Plus, I'm going to be using a lot of degreaser in here probably. Not to mention probably a bit of mag work cleaner, hydrofluoric acid, just to clean all the aluminium up. And I don't want any of that getting down in them. So I'm going to use a bit of Celastic and glue them down. Obviously tomorrow morning, and then I start cleaning. Well, the valley's now about as clean as it's going to get, because it's not the easiest place in the world to get to, as you can probably imagine. I'm doing a bit of a clean down there, and in the front here, yeah, well that's as good as it's going to get. After hitting it with degreaser, scrubbing it with a wire brush, and hitting it with the aluminium cleaner, scrubbing it with a wire brush, it had kind of made a big dent in it. So I ended up using an old wire brush on the drill. And for some of the tighter spots, I actually had a attachment with a handle and a smaller chuck, and it has this drive on the other end, but as you can see that didn't come off too well. So yeah, that's that happened. But that helped to get into a few of the tighter spots while it lasted. So that's no rubbish. But I've also cracked off the old sensors. Now to do that, these 27mm. Most standard toolkits don't come with 27mm spanner. But then I got lucky. Bought a 27mm spanner. There it is, 27mm. And you're probably all thinking, well, that probably cost in excess of $20. Well, that's what I thought too. But well, you can see that. $3.60. It surprised me too. Super cheap auto, Tool Pro. Surprised the heck out of me and got me out of trouble without spending a whole lot of money. So, as I said, I've cracked them off. They just wind out. New ones go in. up off camera. These don't have a washer of any description. They just bolt straight down to the block. That one's in, and that's strange, it's a different colour. Wow. This one might be old stock something, I don't know. Yeah, it's just paint's peeling off there, whereas that's nice and fresh. See, I'm scratching it there. That's fine. New old stock. I'll tighten them up off camera. I can take these cover plates off, clean that surface, start putting it back together. Alright, well the temporary covers are off, and so is all the silicone, plastic, whatever. Downside is, it took me about an hour to clean all that Celastic off there. First I had to scrape it with a blade, just to get the bulk of it off. Then scrub it with a scouring pad. It would have been a lot better if it was just the scouring pad without the sponge on the back of it, but anyway. But then, I don't know if that shows up on camera, but I then went over, you can see how here it's one colour that way and it's different that way. That's because, again there it's the same as here, but across the top bottom it's different. That's because after I cleaned not absolutely everything, but the absolute bulk away, I then hit it with some 180 sandpaper. Because, I mean, you think about it, when these things are assembled, they're not smooth, they're not absolutely like polished, finished. They're rough milled. So the bottom line is, you don't want a shiny flat surface here. You want it to be slightly rough, so that the gasket will bite into it. I mean, you don't want to go over with 36 grit, but 180 is kind of okay. It creates a rough surface, but it's not too rough where the air's going to leak in around the gasket. It's still clamped down solid, and it's going to have a better chance of biting to the surface. Next thing is to, I also, down in the valley here, it was still looking a little bit, I don't kind of really like that. So, I ended up cheating and sprayed some, sorry, just noticed this, yep, because I'm leaning on the water hose there, the radiator hose, I'm noticing some coolant coming out. So I'm just going to mop that up. And I still wasn't happy with the surface. It was kind of a bit dull compared to the rest of the block. Because yes, that is actually the block. There's the cylinder walls here. So I cheated and got some engine enamel, some silver engine enamel. Now, when I first sprayed it on, I thought, wow, that is really dark. Which was yesterday. I come out this morning thinking, I'm not really happy with that, I'm taking it back. And I come out and look at this, and I thought, well, that dried up alright. So, that's it. Next thing, let's put that manifold back on. Alright, there's my manifold. Now, you probably noticed it's just the manifold. I put it right down. Well, the main reason was to clean it. But seriously, it's going to be easier to get back in if it's all separate parts. Now, this I did just clean. I degreased it, power washed it, and then I hit it with the aluminium brightener, and well, that's how it's come up, and I'm kind of happy with that. So that's how it's going back in. Guess what? This is not going back on yet because I still have all my rags down in the ports. Whoops! That's better. Now, when I pulled these out, I didn't just pull them out. I had the vacuum cleaner on hand. I pulled them out slowly with the crevice tool of the vacuum cleaner in the port here, so that if any particulates did escape past the cloth, I could just back them out. And I mean, it's a bit grubby from petrol, but there doesn't seem to be any grit or anything inside there, so hopefully I won't destroy a valve. Okay, let's get that manifold. Now these engines, they have what they call ambidextrous heads. Some people might call them symmetrical, or asymmetrical I should say, because you can put them, they're interchangeable right to left. But not all parts are. Yeah, again, valve covers are not, because they have an opening at the front, but not at the back. So yes, there are left and right. These bridge mounts are the same, left to right, front to back. So yeah, as I said, the heads can be interchanged back to front. As a result of that, the intake manifold, not the plenum chamber itself, but the base manifold, is also, well, could be interchangeable, apart from a very few subtle things. Firstly, at the front here, I have a big number 2. I mean, that's number 2 cylinder there. And if you miss that, big arrow pointing to the front of the vehicle. And the other minor difference is here, these two mounting holes here are for this loom right here, which goes obviously down this side. You put it the other way around, it's not going to work. Alright, let's drop this in. Okay, now I have my gaskets in place, or gaskets anyway. It's always good practice to replace gaskets, whether the car's done 2Ks or 200,000 Ks, you never know. And I have had experiences in the past where I've had things like valve cover, you take it off, and a week later you got to take it back off, and it never seals. So it's always a good practice, in my opinion, to replace any gaskets that the seal's broken on. I mean, these are metal gaskets, so they probably didn't need replacing, but just for my own personal preference, because I've been bitten in the past, they're being replaced. Alright, let's drop this thing in. If you remember, this was a real pain to get off, so it's obviously going to be a real pain to get back on. I thought not having the fuel rails on might make a difference. Apparently it's not. Alright, let me go around the outside. There. There it is. Okay. Let's get some bolts for that. So once you clean the bolts and nuts, in this case, then that's bare metal. It's going to rust in short order. So how do you paint nuts and bolts? Now, bolts, some people will say, get yourself a bit of cardboard, poke some holes in it, put the bolts through. Yeah, cool. but how do you do nuts? My preferred method, I always keep a roll of tie wire in the shop. You never know when you're going to need it. You may have noticed one of the looms in the engine bay is held out of the way with a length of tie wire. This stuff right here. And then, it's kind of really easy. Wrap it around. There you go. It's not going anywhere. Next one. The next one. And the next one. Yeah, I got near the end there. But hey, guess what? There's still plenty more down here. And that one. And that one. There you go. That kind of tightens the ball up. In some cases it, doesn't work properly. But there we go. String of bolts. And all you do is just find somewhere to hang that up. There you go. Cut the other end off. Put a hook on that so you don't hurt yourself on it. There we go. You're ready to paint.